Yesterday, we told you about a local push for the federal government to expand the free lunch program for all students in public schools. All students have been getting free breakfast and lunches during the pandemic, and one tri-state school director says this needs to be made permanent. That is Shanae Rao, the nutrition director for Warrick County Schools, and Shanae joins us now to talk more about this. Thanks, Shanae, so much for joining us today. Now, you have been working on this program in Warrick County Schools for some time. You know firsthand what this program does. Tell us about the importance of the nutrition the free lunch program.
So we've been providing the free lunch program for about the last year since the pandemic began. And we know that school meals are proven to fuel student success and combat child hunger and child obesity. So during the pandemic, school meals have offered a lifeline for families that were struggling. And so we got to see that firsthand. You never know what's going to go on behind the closed doors of people or what they're going through. So after countless calls, countless letters, listening to stories, it's really become known how important and essential this program is than what we thought initially.
Well, I got to play the devil's advocate here because, I don't think anybody wants to try to go hungry, but there are some students who can bring their meals or can financially pay for their meals. So why would we take funding that is so hard for public schools to come by anyway and put it towards students who can afford it?
Right. And our priority truly is to provide equal access to nutritious meals at no charge for all the students. So just because a family can afford it doesn't necessarily mean that what that student is packing is going to be of nutritional quality to help them learn during the day. As you mentioned, we don't want any child to go hungry during the school day. And also, it's really hard if they do have to accrue meal pay debt. It's a huge burden to families. It's a big burden to school districts. So putting everyone kind of on the same playing field is really important so that we can continue to give them the tools that they need to educate themselves.
Okay, now in 2019, according to the USDA, the free and reduced lunch program provided meals to about 29 million kids daily at a total cost of $14 billion. Now, how much more would it cost taxpayers to expand to all students, as you're proposing?
Yeah, well, it's really important to note that just because we're offering or we want to provide these meals at no charge to students does not mean that every student is going to take the meals. So what we've seen with the free meals right now, we've seen a slight increase in the meal participation for breakfast and lunch, but we don't see it being not something where it's going to double to the $28 billion. Research shows that school meals contribute to improved academic achievement and healthier students. So we feel this is a great opportunity to reap rewards of any investment that we put into child nutrition programs across the country.
Do you have the support of the Warrick School District and other districts as well, like the EVSC?
Yeah, I think it's really hard to find people that don't agree, as you said, that all kids should be fed. And we feel strongly that nutrition and education go hand in hand and that it needs to be part of the school day, just like your textbooks are and just like bus transportation is given. So we feel very much that in support of this, and we are going to do what we need to do to keep trying to help our nation's children.
Absolutely. Now, what is your plan then? And you're here in Warrick County, and this is a federal program, so you're going to have to, really I would assume, go to Washington. What's your plan? How are you going to make this happen?
Yeah, so I serve on the Public Policy and Legislation Committee for the School Nutrition Association, and we plan a legislative action conference in Washington, D.C., typically in early spring, so it's coming up in March. And on a normal year, we would go to Capitol Hill and we meet with legislators in every state. And we have different representatives for each state that meet with each of the legislators to really talk about what's working and what's not working in school nutrition programs. And because of the pandemic, we've really realized how incredibly essential what we do is to the children learning and to also help loosen burdens from family. So we'll kind of go, and we're going to do Zoom meetings this year. So we'll Zoom the Hill and we'll share all of our stories and community stories with the congressmen and women on Capitol Hill.
Okay, well, we'll be watching while you Zoom the Hill. We'll follow that very closely. Thank you, Shanae Rao, Nutrition Director for Warrick County Schools. We appreciate your time today. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
And we asked you, and you answered. A majority of tri-staters say school lunch should be free for every student. Karen Davis Gibson says, absolutely. You never know if that's the only meal that child may get on any given day. We pay taxes to ensure that they do. And Jessie Early agrees. She says nearly all student meals should be free. Parents pay a lot of money in school fees, which should include their meals.